makers of fine audio and video cassettes. And by American Motors, who invite you to see Concorde, Spirit, four-wheel drive Eagle, and the new exciting Renault.
An exciting, tireless fighter. You're looking at the champion, Aaron Pryor, and look at that record. 24 knockouts, 18 in a row. But many of the big names in boxing have avoided him. He wants to fight for the lightweight championship. He could not. He wants to fight for the welterweight crown. He can be denied, but he is the junior welterweight champion. As we welcome you to Cincinnati, everyone, I'm Dick Stockton, and welcome to the CBS Sports Spectacular. Today, Aaron Pryor, that exciting, aggressive fighter, makes his first defense of his title against Gaetan Hart, who is the Canadian lightweight champion, fighting out of his class. You see him right there. Gaetan Hart is a hard puncher, but his career has been marred by two ring tragedies that continue to haunt him. This was the first one last May when Hart knocked out Ralph Racine in the 12th round in Montreal. Racine lost consciousness, lapsed into a coma, eventually came out of it, but Racine is partially paralyzed with numbness in one leg. Cleveland Denny, however, didn't come out of it. June 20th in Montreal, the undercard of the Leonard Duran fight. Hart knocked out Denny in the 10th round, and 17 days later, Cleveland Denny died. Well, Gaetan Hart has had one fight since then, late September against Pedro Acosta. It was a 10-round victory by a decision, tougher than it should have been. And actually, Hart says that perhaps the Denny fight might have had an effect. So the question for Gaetan Hart, does that problem still affect him as he goes into today's fight? How do you feel right now mentally going into this important fight in light of those things that have occurred?
But now I'm very ready for this fight. I forget that thing what happened with Racine and Cleveland Denny, and I want to go all the way through, and I want to get that world title.
Is it possible that Aaron Pryor would want to use some psychological warfare, perhaps psych you out and make you remember that kind of a thing?
Could be. I don't mind. I'm ready for that, and I got experience. And I know could be going to try to do some trick like that, but I'm prepared for that, and I don't want to hear nothing about that no more. And concentration is very good, and I'm ready for Pryor. Gaetan Hart, who hopes all of those problems are behind him now. He's from Buckingham, Quebec, 100 miles from Montreal, but those controversies stay with him, and they emerged again this week. And to tell you more about it, here's Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy.
Well, thank you, Dick. It reemerged last weekend in this Canadian national magazine, an article entitled Fists That Killed, and the suggestion of the writer was that Hart's hands were too heavily bandaged, too heavily taped in the fights against Racine and Denny, and that could have led to the tragedies. Now, Gil Clancy, you've wrapped thousands of pairs of hands over the years. What's your opinion on that?
Absolutely no way it can happen, Tim. The bandage and tape is applied to the back of the hands to protect the wrist bones and the metacarpal. It's not on the hitting surface at all.
Well, earlier today, we were in Gaetan Hart's dressing room when his hands were being taped by his trainer, Ralph Citro. And Gil and I were there. Can you describe what goes on?
Well, yes, they first put a layer of soft bandage. They cover it with adhesive. They have an inspector there and a trainer from the other fellow's camp. And after he's finished bandaging, they check, make sure it's not on a hitting surface, and they sign it. And those bandages stay like that until the gloves are put on. There's no way you can help a fighter by trying to put extra bandage or tape on him.
Well, it is a continuing story here. Wired Services and American newspapers following up on the story from Canada last week. There were writers in there watching the taping today. And so now Dick Stockton will be returning with a look at the champion Aaron Pryor when we return to Cincinnati in a moment.
Kicks off a big doubleheader afternoon. The Bears meet the Falcons. The new Giants take their heart to San Francisco. The Pack battles the Vikings. The Lions go south to Tampa Bay, and the Cowboys circle the wagons when Washington comes to town. Check local listings for your game on CBS Sports.
We're back in Cincinnati. We've told you the Gaetan Hart story, but now let's turn our attention to Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor, who has decided to exploit the Hart tragedies to gain a psychological edge that he may not need in this fight today. He has put Cincinnati back on the boxing map the same way that Thomas Herms and Hilmer Kenty have done the same in Detroit, Michigan. In fact, Pryor defeated both Hearns and Kenty as an amateur, but his biggest disappointment of his career happened in this very building when he lost to Howard Davis. In the 1976 Olympic trials, he was upset with himself and also the city of Cincinnati. He felt that the city ignored him after that, but he has gone on a rampage. He hasn't lost since. He has knocked out just about everyone he's faced, and the love affair with Cincinnati has flourished once more. But you heard him say at the top of the program that he would like a shot at the winner of Duran and Leonard, which takes place on Tuesday. And so the question is he taking the fight with Gaetan Hart too lightly today?
No, I'm not looking past Gaetan. I'm looking right at him. I feel that Gaetan is a boxer, and I'm a counter-puncher. That means I can do both. And Gaetan's going to have to come take what I've took. And I don't think he has enough tools to take it.
We are going to see a different Aaron Pryor in the ring as far as your style is concerned than what we've seen in the past. Would you say that?
Right. You've seen a frustrated Aaron Pryor. Today you're going to see a fantastic Aaron Pryor for his ability to box and to counter-punch. And Gaetan, I don't think has ever had the pressure that I'm going to put on him.
So in other words, we won't be seeing the relentless, aggressive Aaron Pryor. You're going to be more of the counter-puncher. Why is it important for you to establish that style?
Because I want to show the world that I have ability to box, to move, than to just come in and bang.
All right, we'll see what Aaron Pryor has in mind strategically against Gaetan Hart. At stake, the junior welterweight championship WBA version between Hart and Pryor. There is the championship belt, and we'll find out what happens when we return with Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy in just a moment.
There is the tail of the tape. The more experienced Gaetan Hart against the champion Aaron Pryor, a 2-year age difference. They are about the same size. Hart holding a little bit of a height and reach advantage. They weighed in today, Hart at 138.25 pounds. Gaetan Hart and the champion Aaron Pryor at 138.5. And we are ready to go with round number 1. The referee is Roberto Ramirez from Caguas, Puerto Rico. The judges are Guy Jutra from Montreal and Alan Daniele from San Juan, Puerto Rico. The challenger in red, the champion in white, Aaron Pryor, making his usual quick start here in this opening round.
Jim Hart is the kind of a fighter. He takes a lot of punishment, but he's one of those last tag guys. You could hit him with 3 or 4 good punches, and he's always trying to punch back. He puts pressure on you, and if he's around long enough, he can get you tired. But can he stay long enough with this whirlwind in there?
Hart with a rather deceiving record, 45 wins, 18 losses, and 3 draws, according to Ring Magazine. But since 1977, his mark is 25, 3, and 1. So he had only 8 amateur fights and really learned to box as a professional. Good right hand from Pryor. The experienced Hart tying him up. So he is a much improved boxer in the last 2 or 3 years as a new trainer. And Ralph Citro from Blackwood, New Jersey, has been with him the last 5 fights. He's managed by Andre Nadeau from his hometown of Buckingham, Quebec. Aaron Pryor trained by Panama Lewis and Frankie Sims. His manager is Buddy LaRosa of Cincinnati. Aaron Pryor in the same ring, winning the WBA junior welterweight title from the great veteran Antonio Cervantes with a knockout win. This is first title defense.
Pryor's doing a little showboating in there, Tim, side to side. He's doing something. It's not the Ali shuffle. I guess it's the Pryor shuffle. But I think he should stick to business. He's usually coming right at you. Here he's moving all around the ring, using the ring.
He said he wanted to show that he was a complete fighter. How long he'll stay with this effort to show his ability, we'll see as the fight goes along. We're in the first round. Tim Ryan, Joe Clancy, and Dick Stockton live from the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati. 10-point must system in effect. WBA supervisor in attendance is Rafael Mendoza. And Pryor being pretty cute here in this first round. Less than 30 seconds to go in round 1.
Well, this certainly is a new Aaron Pryor.
They're approaching the end of the first round of the scheduled 15-round WBA Junior Welterweight Championship fight.
Next Saturday, take to the air as pilots from around the world soar through loop-the-loops and power stalls. And the battle of the NFL cheerleaders continues with a wet and wild kayak race from Atlantic City. All next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
Looks like a great show next week on the Sports Spectacular with some of the top pilots from around the world and the continuing battle of the NFL cheerleaders. This is round 2. Gaetan Hart, the challenger, in the red trunks. The champion, Aaron Pryor, lands a left hook.
Tim, notice about Hart, anytime he gets hit, he's always moving his hand back. They may not be hard punches, but they can be annoying. He tries to fight back.
Good left hand, a straight left hand. And it might be ruled a slip. No, they are ruling it a knockdown. Hart was up immediately, but they are giving him the count. He wasn't really hurt by it, but he was stunned. And Pryor on the attack.
Pryor was talking to him while the referee was counting.
Pryor, as usual, throwing punches from all angles. Right hand lead score. This is the second round. Pryor missing with a wild left. Hart getting himself organized.
That wild left would have put Hart in the balcony if it would have landed.
We're into our laps. Don't forget, coming up after the fight, the battle of the NFL cheerleaders. Washington leading in the NFC, Buffalo leading in the AFC. The right hand just a little bit short from Pryor. Hart saw it coming. Good right hand sends him to the canvas. Overhand right lead. Again, hard up fairly quickly. That was a good jump.
Tim, with the WBA regulations, one more knockdown and this fight is over.
That's right.
I don't agree with that regulation. If you have a good referee, it should be his judgment.
Roberto Ramirez is the referee today. And Hart now appears to be in trouble with Pryor on the attack. We're in just the second round, and the crowd coming to its feet here. Under a minute to go in round 2. Good left hook from Pryor. Hart holding on, and Pryor saying to the ref, come on, let's break it. Right uppercut from Hart landed.
There's that change of direction of Pryor's.
And he landed the combination off it.
I just wouldn't want to see this fight to end with a freak knockdown, Tim.
Less than 30 seconds to go, round 2. Gaetan Hart taking a lot of punishment in this round. The champion, Aaron Pryor. Final seconds of the second round. Pryor scored with the uppercut. Gaetan Hart in his corner, getting some work from his trainer, Ralph Citro, his manager, Andre Nadeau, and we'll see those 2 knockdowns again.
Well, here Pryor lands a beautiful left hook, and the left hook was the punch that really put him down, Tim. The right hand glanced off the side of his head after that.
Now here's the second knockdown.
Here we're going to see a sneak right hand from Pryor, if my recollection is good. And there it is. Down he goes again.
All right, we're back live with round 3. Remember, as Gil pointed out, the 3 knockdown rule in effect in a WBA championship fight. So Hart escaping that fate in round 2. Gaetan Hart, the challenger from Buckingham, Quebec, in here against the whirlwind, and Aaron Pryor landed the left hook. Good counter-punching by Hart out of that flurry, but now Pryor on the attack again. Drives him to the rope.
Throws him from every angle, Tim. You just don't know where they're coming from.
Good left hook landed from Pryor. Hart still seems alert. He noticed that the lens had come off a camera at ringside. Takes a right-hand shot.
He's never been in the ring with anybody like Pryor. He makes these unusual moves, hits you from all angles. You just can't figure the guy out.
They may look unrehearsed, but he works on them all in the gym. Pryor turned around and paid for it. Now he smiles at Hart. Third round action. Scheduled for 15. Gaetan Hart ranked number 9 by the WBA and number 8 in their WBC lightweight ranks. The Canadian champion.
Pryor's punches are so much quicker. He beats Hart to the punch. His hand speed is quicker, and I think he has a lot more power. So for Hart to win it all, Tim, he's just going to have to hang in there and hope that Pryor gets tired. Otherwise, he has no chance.
Hart tying up Pryor now, and remember, we'll have more championship boxing action on the Sports Spectacular Saturday, December 6th. It'll be a 10-round lightweight bout. Howard Davis and Johnny Lira, not a title fight, but live from Lake Tahoe. Howard Davis and Johnny Lira. That's Saturday, December 6th, 4:30 Eastern Time. Under a minute to go here in round 3. Circling again, but sneaking out that right-hand lead and landing it.
Well, what he does, he moves to his left. He gets Hart going to his left, quickly steps over to the right and throws the right-hand lead. Hart is 1/2 beat behind the parade.
Watching Hart in training this week, he looked to be in extremely fit condition. He does get hit a lot in his workouts. He feels the longer the fight goes, the better chance he has.
My sentiments exactly, Tim.
10 seconds to go here in round 3. Good body shot from Aaron Pryor. Right hand fell a little short from Gaetan Hart. And that's the bell ending round 3. This is round 4, scheduled for 15. The champion Aaron Pryor in white, the challenger Gaetan Hart from Buckingham, Quebec. In the red trunk. Pryor getting a warning from the referee, Roberto Ramirez. I'm not sure for what.
I'm not sure for what either. He was moving his hands in a circular motion. There's no reason why you can't do that.
Pryor scored inside the combination, and Hart counterpunching didn't land much. I'd like to alert our stations, we'll be going to a station break at the end of this 4th round.
Tim, Hart gets the most out of his limited ability. I mean, he's got plenty of heart. Hart has heart, and he tries. Hey, he just nailed it. Aaron with a good left hook, but he doesn't have the power.
Left hook by Pryor backed up Hart. Pryor on the attack, and there comes Hart right back again.
Exactly as I told you, Tim. He tries to play last tag. You can hit him with anything. As long as he can, he's going to throw punches. He'll throw them falling. Plenty of guts.
Okay, make that clean break.
27-year-old Gaetan Hart had turned professional at the age of 18 after just 8 amateur fights. Don't forget, after the fight, battle of the NFL cheerleaders. Washington leading in the NFC and Buffalo leading in the AFC.
Okay, clean break, clean break, clean break, clean break.
Round 4. Riverfront Coliseum. You're seeing championship boxing action live on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Pryor fought a tune-up on November 1st, knocked out Danny Myers in Dayton in the 3rd round. Not much of a workout for him. Hart's last fight, September, his decision over Pedro Acosta, a fight that, as Dick Stockton said, he didn't feel real good about. He still felt the pressure of the Denny and Racine accidents on his mind. It was not a good performance by him, but he won it.
It's a typical Gaetan Hart effort. Gets nailed with everything, but continues to put pressure on him.
Under a minute to go, round 4.
Okay, clean break, clean break.
If it does go beyond 5 or 6 rounds, will Aaron Pryor get discouraged? That's the interesting facet of this fight, especially after having him down in round 2.
Tim, I don't think Aaron could get discouraged. You know the kind of character he is, but he could possibly get tired.
Right-hand lead from Pryor. Big one. CBS Sports Spectacular will continue from Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati after this word from your local station. Gaetan Hart, the challenger in red. Pryor came out with a throwing. Gaetan Hart.
A different Pryor came out this round. You could see as soon as the bell rang, he walked across and threw a bomb. He must want to get this guy out of it. He must have a bet that he's going to knock him out in 5.
Hart looked like he was headed to the canvas, somehow stayed up off that right-hand shot. He is some tough customer.
He certainly is, Tim. We knew that going in. But Pryor is just a little too smart. He takes that step over to the right, drops that right-hand lead on him, time after time.
Bill Clancy with Tim Ryan and Dick Stockton live from Cincinnati, Ohio. The champion Aaron Pryor in white, 25 years of age. Today received his Ohio State Championship belt. That was as big a thrill for him as getting the world title belt. He really wanted to be recognized here in his home state. Former national AAU lightweight champion back in '73, two-time Golden Glove champion. Don't forget Saturday, December 6th at 4:30 Eastern Time, 10-round lightweight bout, Howard Davis and Johnny Lira live from Lake Tahoe.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, a little hot dog work here from Pryor, winding up that right hand.
Hey.
Never did land it.
Hold on. Okay.
Pryor has absolutely no respect for Hart. He's trying all sorts of things. He's enjoying himself in there. But Tim, in my opinion, you should always have respect for another professional fighter. Anybody can get nailed. He's doing some unusual things in there and sometimes leaving himself wide open.
Took a left hand there, didn't have a whole lot on it, but it was a good clean shot from Gaetan Hart.
Tim, the idea of this business is for you to hit the other guy and not to let him hit you. I don't like to see a fighter get hit when he doesn't have to. I don't think Pryor has to get hit.
Gaetan Hart spoke to Ralph Racine on the telephone on Wednesday. They had a press conference here in Cincinnati. And Racine absolved him of all blame in that accident. Hart said, I want to bring the championship home for you, Ralph. Bring it home to Canada. Good flurry by Pryor. Didn't move Hart. Final seconds of the 5th round. Round number 6 of the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship fight. The limit 140 pounds. Gaetan Hart, the challenger in red. The champion Aaron Pryor in white. And he told Dick Stockton prior to this fight that he was going to knock out Hart within 6 rounds. And there's a right hand. And you said this shot. And that was a tremendous right hand, sending Hart to the canvas. Wobbly leg now.
How about you?
Right hand lead by Pryor as he danced across the ring. He's got Hart in trouble.
Tim, we've noticed in other fights, Pryor is a great finisher. When he gets you in trouble, he really becomes a whirlwind.
Battering Hart into the neutral corner.
And Hart is pouring blood.
And that's it. That's it. It's all over. The champion, Aaron Pryor, lives up to his prediction, stopping the challenger, Gaetan Hart, in the 6th round. A technical knockout after flattening him with a great right hand. The referee, Roberto Ramirez, stopping the fight as he was being battered in the neutral corner. So Aaron Pryor successfully defends his junior welterweight championship with another spectacular performance. He is some kind of fighter. He wants the winner of Leonard Duran. I wonder if they want him. Might be interesting to see if that could ever come out. And there is the little Pryor. Yeah, that youngster never quite sure what's going on, but obviously he knows everybody's happy. Aaron Pryor Jr. in the ring, celebrating with his pop. Now we're going to see that knockdown blow again.
All right, here they are. They're just moving around. Hart just threw a very, very wide right hand. It looks like Aaron's setting him up, and bang, catches him coming in.
Good straight right hand from Pryor. And he really rocked him. We're going to see it from another angle.
Now this is the finishing flurry.
Yeah, this is the finishing flurry. We're back in the corner where the referee's about to step in and stop it. Hart is helpless here, just defending himself. and he's unable to throw a punch, and good work by the referee, Ramirez. There was no point in Hart continuing, and the referee quickly in to separate the fighters, and the champion, Aaron Pryor, has rolled up a successful defense here against the challenger, Gaetan Hart. We'll return to Riverfront Coliseum in just a moment.
Aaron Pryor told us that he was going to win this fight between rounds 1 and 6. Aaron, you predicted it within 6, and I'm sure that was in your mind, no?
Yeah, but I was in shape to go 15 if that's what it took. I put a lot of pressure, but I had more pressure to put on at the end. I'm sorry I didn't have time to put it on for the fans, but I'm working.
You threw everything at him but the kitchen sink. You had fancy footwork. You came at him from all angles. Were you surprised you didn't finish him out early?
Well, you know, like I knew that he could take a good punch because I've seen him in previous fights, and I didn't want to get tired because I am human, but I fight like an animal. But I knew that if I hit him in those later rounds, if he kept taking those shots that he was taking, that I would catch him. And the last round, I just snooked that overhand right, took my time. My trainer told me to take my time. Panama Louis Frankenstein, my manager, Buddy Ross, they all did a beautiful job, and it came.
Here's the first knockdown. You can look at the monitor right there and describe it to us.
Well, you know, like I was hitting with those body shots, those shots to the body, you know, because I knew now that was an overhand right that I threw. He walked right into it. That's when I settled down. Now, you saw me fighting a lot of movement those early rounds. And that last round, y'all never seen me came back so easy and threw that. It was the easiest punch in the whole fight.
You know what? You had said before this fight that you wanted to, you know, do this for Ralph Racine. You
got a phone call coming.
You've talked about the fact that a lot of the fighters have not been wanting to go against you, you know, for the lightweight title. You want the winner of Leonard Duran. You're like the angry young man of boxing. You're undefeated, and you are that way in the ring, and you showed it through all those angles. But you're not that angry guy, are you?
Well, I'm not an angry person, but I'm an angry fighter because I think I should have been champ a year ago. They've been pushing me back. Now I fought my way to the top, and I want to continue fighting my way. That's why I'm challenging the winner between Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran, because I deserve a chance to beat somebody. I am a champion, but I want to be a world champion of all weight divisions that I can hold.
All right, one other thing. If you cannot fight the winner of Leonard and Duran, who would you want to fight?
I'd like to fight Mammy. Mammy, because then I would unite the title. Then I would show everybody that I'm an undisputed champion, and that would make up for the winner between Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard if I didn't get the shot. If Mammy gave me the shot, I'd be just as satisfied, but he won't give me the shot. But I think of the people enforce it because fighting is a business, and I'm in here to do my business.
Would you ever decide to go down into the lightweight again and get a shot against Hilmer Kenty? Here's a guy that you've wanted to fight for a long time.
Well, Kenty is having his problems on his own. He's a good fighter, and I think he likes to unite the title. I'd rather wait till they unite the lightweight title together, so if I decide to go down and take that, I take it as one title, because that's what I'm trying to do, unite and fight the title or beat somebody special and win too.
Let's take a look at the knockdown, the one that ended it. It came at 2:09, and this was your 19th consecutive. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, like, okay, Gaetan was a good hard puncher. He threw a lot of punches. I think he one of the hardest punches out there. I never thought I would knock him out like that. I thought I had to put a series of punches to knock him out, like the referee stopped it in the last round. But that overhand right punch is what really put him out of his head.
All right.
I want Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard to wish him all the best wishes for the fight.
All right. You made your first defense a successful one. That's very important the first time out after winning the title.
Definitely. My shields are over with now. Now I can be Aaron Pryor. I told you I wasn't going to be a frustrated fight and come out and fight like I didn't have 15. I put it together. You all saw it. Now you know I'm Aaron Pryor. Thank you.